Welcome to the next episode of the Kindred post-game podcast. I'm your host, Sub-Zeroan, and I'm joined today with Rovers, Top Banana, and our second ever guest, CeeLight. C.
Hello, motherfuckers.
Welcome on.
Welcome on, bro.
Thank you.
Um, it's awesome to have you on, man. You're second ever guest. What episode? This is episode 8.
8, yeah, this will be 8.
Yes. Awesome. I'm excited to have you on, man. You've been around for a while on the stream scene, have you not? How long have you been streaming for?
Bro, that's like doing maths.
Yeah.
Like, that's like doing maths, bro.
It is doing maths. It kind of is. It's not like doing maths. That is doing maths. It's 2022 now.
It's got to be about five years. Probably.
5 years.
Yeah, 25. I was 20. Wait. Yeah, 25. I'm almost 30 now. So, yeah. I was 25 when I started.
Damn.
So,
Wait, did you? So what year was that? That was 2017, right?
yeah.
Yeah. No, don't worry, we got there. I'll do the maths for you from here on out. I won't put that pressure on you anymore, man.
I'm happy with that. Keep doing that.
Did you start on Mixer or did you start on Beam?
No, I didn't even start on either of them. I started over on YouTube. And then
Oh no way.
within a
What?
month, I'd hit like 1.7k.
What, streaming or making videos?
Both.
Really? I never knew that.
Yeah, that's
No.
brand new information, that, yeah.
And then I kind of got a bit bored of doing sitting there editing videos. It wasn't really my thing.
Yeah.
And then sort of stopped for about a month, looking around like where to go. I wasn't really feeling Twitch, and then loaded up the Xbox, and I kind of see Mixer, and I was like, let me see if I can get that up on the laptop. So I loaded it up on the laptop. I was like, let me see if I can get a stream key. And then I moved over to Mixer, and I started on Mixer with like consistent 15 from the start.
Is that from
Really?
YouTube then? You brought some people from YouTube.
Yeah.
Wait, so oh man, I had no idea that you started streaming on YouTube, because streaming on YouTube, that was quite new back in 2017, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
good.
that was-
But then I
they're
was on
like only-
Minecraft content creator then.
Minecraft, let's
2017.
go!
That's a great year for Minecraft, honestly.
Minecraft
Yeah.
was huge then as
Yeah.
well.
I mean, it still is.
But so yeah, like,
I
streaming,
don't
like,
think Minecraft
on
has ever had a
YouTube
dip.
streaming, like.
Sitting there
Um,
playing Bed Wars.
That's all right. So I have a list of questions here, but I'm gonna jump ahead because of that. When you streamed on, I don't know where to go from here now. Tell you what, I'm gonna take it way back. What was the first game that you streamed on YouTube? Oh, it was Minecraft.
Beam, what's
the
the first
best in
what's
the
the game
video.
you streamed on Beam?
Congratulations. Gold start, Owen.
Yeah, dude, my head's just like I've jumped ahead in all of my questions.
You
I'm
suck,
confused.
Owen!
I'm confused. I've completely confused myself. Hold on, let me just. All right. Hi, CeeLight. Welcome to the podcast. I'm so I'm joking. All right. So obviously you were 25 when you first started streaming.
Yeah, 25.
So what was it that what was your first thing that got you into gaming? Did you always want to be a streamer? Was it just a hobby or?
So I used to play FIFA competitively, like probably from about 17 onwards.
Yeah.
I was in tournaments, used to actually like play tournaments for money and everything like that. And it was one of them things where I'd seen KSI was like one of them things that's just sort of blooming at them
Oh,
sort of
so
period. And I kind of was like, let me get a capture card. And then got a capture card, and I was like, yeah, fuck this, can't bothered. And
yeah, fair.
I legit went out and bought it, and it just literally never. It just stayed in the drawer. And then I got ill when I was 25. Like that's when I first kind of at the beginning of the year didn't really know what was going on with my body. Like my Crohn's had started at that point, so I was off work, and obviously everybody else is at work, so you're bored throughout the whole day. I needed something to do, and it was at that point I was just like, you know what, I need something to motivate my brain. So I get up in the morning, there's something for me to do, and that's how I picked up and started like making YouTube videos and then editing them. Because that then cut my whole day up, and then by the
Yeah.
time my partner at the time would get home, then there would be someone to be in the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of you couldn't work at the time, so you kind of gave yourself your own job, your own passion to work for. Would you kind of block out your day? Would you be like, okay, record in the morning, edit in the afternoon, or was it just just doing it like a hobby, like a passion kind of thing?
So when I first started, I joined like a Minecraft SMP, and how it worked was you could only go on at a certain time,
Mm.
so that everybody was basically creating content at the same time.
Mm.
Yeah.
So everybody would be on say, just for instance, 8 o'clock at night, and you'd only be allowed on to 11. So you had them 3 hours to make that bit of content, and then the next day you'd sit there and edit it. So
Okay.
then you'd have them 3 hours to like watch through the video, take the bits out you wanted, and then whatnot. So it'd just be literally spending the day editing, chopping it up,
It's not
and
bad.
just making it kind of where you had like a long period as well to sit there and edit it. You could fuck about with it a lot more than
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially like now. Like now, I don't even get the time to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Editing, like, it takes a lot, man. I used to do it kind of for fun when I was still at uni, like in school and stuff. I would just like make these video projects and stuff. But it's fun when you're learning it. And then once you've grasped it and you have this content, actually getting it all together and then doing it and cutting it all together, it's a big time consuming thing. And when you have to do it regularly, when you're like, it's good to get an editor. If you have the money to pay for an editor, or if you're lucky enough to have a friend who wants content to edit that you can send to, like, do it, because
100%. Like the editor, I think. Well, to be fair, even during the period of co-pros, I had a guy called Seb. Do you remember Seb, Owen?
yeah, I remember him being on like being literally like everybody had their titles, and I remember that was just Seb under editor.
Right. So my guy actually now does the Sideman Reacts editing.
Oh,
And
no way!
Wow,
for
dude.
Calyx. So
Oh,
the
that's
guy that used to do
huge.
the
Yeah.
editing for me back then,
Uh,
that's where he is now.
yeah. So for
Jesus.
any aspiring
Wow.
editors out there, like, get the work in, get the practice in, work with streamers, and then you
I'm
could
gonna have
just
to
work
start
your
doing
way
bigger
up, or,
videos.
like,
I do like 30-second clips. That's all I do. It's
honestly,
time to
you don't
move
have to
on
be
now.
But that's awesome to hear. You mentioned co-pros. That was back in, when did you start co-pros? Or originally it was co-bros, wasn't it?
So, okay. So I was
I
originally.
feel like I'm really testing your memory here and like really putting you on the spot.
So originally, I come into a stream team. As soon as I went into Mixer, like one brought me in called Mixer Raiders,
Mhm.
which kind of gave me the idea. Before that, I didn't really know about stream teams, and it gave me like the base to build off of. And they sort of folded and went their own ways and everything like that. And then I met a person called Dolly, and then we went and made another team, which was called. I think in the end it was called Infinite. It got changed to.
Yeah.
But I'd left that and I was like, I want to go do something on my own. And I think it was me, Pad Hug at the time. There was like, we'll make one called Cobros. And it would just be like me and him. But then I sort of like, don't really like that. I want to try to bring as many people through as I can at the same time and get them all to work together to all grow each other's streams.
Yeah.
And I think I was trying to implement like everybody raiding each other, but then even a few days out so they could go raid new people, obviously meet more new people you can meet.
Yep.
So it was like a stepping stone thing to get into co-pros, and that was when I was like, right, we need to rebrand that because that's not what it is anymore. It's a broader thing with like a community where everybody's trying to work together and everything. So I think that date of that must have been. It's got to be around the same time as I started streaming. It was only probably the same year.
I
You
mean,
know, still
yeah,
25.
I joined co-pros in 2018 because it was when I think it was just before Black Ops 4 came out,
Yeah.
or around about that time. It was like September, October time, because it was the first Discord server. Like I always knew about Discord, but it was the first Discord server that I ever joined because I had a friend who streamed, and she was like, "Hey, do you wanna join a Discord server?" She made it out to be this really big thing, like to join this Discord server. It's like, "Hey, do you want to join a Discord server?" I'm like, I don't have Discord. I don't really know how to use it to the best of its thing. And she was like, "Yeah, just put me in." And then I remember she was taking me through the channels and stuff because it was big. I feel like for somebody who had never used Discord before, CoPros looked very professional, and it was very like everything was cut up, and there was a lot of channels, and it was like really well done. And
Yeah.
I was just clicking on every channel, but I didn't understand that there were like voice channels as well. So I was like going into voice chats and voice channels, and then like being like, I don't know how to come out, and being stuck. And to a point where one of the admins was like, I had to message her and say, who's this guy that keeps jumping in and out of voice chats? Who is he?
Fuck's sake, Owen.
I think
Yeah.
I can remember you coming in because to be fair, your name was very standout. When it's like
My name wasn't. Was my name Sub-Zeroin?
I think your
Back
Discord
then?
name was, but your Xbox name was always different at the time.
It was, yeah. My branding was always Sub-Zeroin, but at the time I still had my gamer tag of Oogly Boogly, which I made when I was
Oogly boogly.
12. Yeah, I made it when I was 12. Yeah.
oogly boogly.
Yeah. So
Oogly
like every time
boogly.
people would be like, because again I was streaming through my Xbox as well. Like I think most of us were. And people would be like, "Oh, cool." They'll be like, "I can't find you. Find your gamer tag." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's Oogly Boogly." Everybody would spell it wrong. People would be like, "What the fuck?" Or I'd be like, "I gotta change this. I need to let go of like this 12-year-old dream of keeping Oogly Boogly for as long as I can."
Can you imagine at that point though with Owen playing a multiplayer game with him, can't find him in a map. Where's Oogly Boogly? I was shouting for him down the
best. It was the best name. Like people would just say it in the game just to be like, what the fuck? Because I think it was 15 characters. Yeah, I think it was the max characters you could have in a gamer tag at the time. I don't know if it's different or something, or maybe it was a few off.
I think
Just
it was
this
15,
big
yeah.
long. It's just like a big long name, and then people would just go down the mic like just like oogly boogly boogly oogly ooga booga, and I'm just like, I gotta change this. This
trying
is
to read the
bad.
cryptic text. That
Yeah,
is.
pretty much. But to be honest, Sub-Zero isn't much better. I thought it was smart at the time, but it's fine. I don't know. You can only rebrand so many times.
No, I hear that. I
Uh,
tried that.
I was gonna say, so where does the name? Fuck. Okay, so you go by CeeLight now, don't you?
Yeah.
What do you remember? Any old gamer tags? Take us through the history of your kind of pseudonyms online.
Oh, so I can't remember. It was London CL because
Yeah.
at that point we was like a COD clan, and it was just like London and everyone's initials at the end.
Nice.
And before that, it was Cocknosh. People would come in and be like,
Oh man,
and
that's good.
they was coming in and be like Cocknosh, but it's like COK and then NOSH.
Yeah.
So I got away with that for ages, and then someone must have reported me in a way, got me banned.
Can't imagine
Um,
why.
Jealousy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that's
fucking
it.
great gamer tag, I want that.
If I can't have it.
What was the other one? Lish, my.
I feel like this is.
It's going some special place.
It was, I can't remember it. It was Lish my something. It was something, but it was dodgy. Like,
This sounds like it's headed in
Yeah.
that direction.
but you'd go into like a COD game or something like that, and it would be the topic would be my name. Like,
Yeah.
the same as Cocknosh. Is like you go in, and that's literally the whole conversation would be about your name when you went in.
That's what you want. That's the kind of clout you want in a Call of Duty lobby. It's
I
like
would
seeing
say-
that. I have a list on my phone of like when Modern Warfare came out, and then what was it? They made everyone had to have an Activision account name, and a lot of people just kept the normal gamer tag, but a lot of people just made like a new name. I have a list of all the ridiculous names that I saw in a lobby. And do you guys mind? Do you want to entertain me?
Yeah.
Go on, go
So
for
go
it.
through the list. All right, hold up. Let me.
I
bring
remember
it
you
up.
telling me about a few of them, but obviously I forgot. It was a long time ago.
Okay, good man. I've just okay. It's like a note on my phone. It's called "Dumb Names in Modern Warfare." If this episode gets reported or taken down, you'll know why. It's because of this. All right. Bumfinger69 _ I've got Maddie.
Oh,
Jesus.
oh shit. We now know who's got Maddie. All right.
Boys, this is a long list, man. I'm not. That's
Well,
too
they
in.
were gamer tags.
These are Modern Warfare gamer tags, whether or not they're still their
No,
gamer
they
tag.
are long gone now. They
All right,
are.
okay. Call me Dad. I
Alright.
have a foreskin, like the
Okay.
number 4. Wong Dong too long. Jim Jam. I just found that funny.
Oh.
Beethoven. I found that smart. Like bait, like BAIT. Fat Granny Shagger. No spaces.
You just killed C on top, bro.
Just kill.
Top was drinking. Guy's fucking drowning.
Well, I'll tell you what, boys. Whilst I'm
I've
reading
seen
these
stars.
names, let's just not drink until I'm done,
Right,
okay?
mine, I'm not bringing them on. She's stars.
Okay.
Oh, careful, you fat grannies, lads. Oh, oh.
Oh man, keep your grannies, keep
Mine's
them
in a
fit and
wheelchair, mate. She's
exercise.
not gonna
Make
be able to
sure
get
they're
away.
really fat. Make
They
sure your
don't
grannies
make
don't get fat.
They don't make lobbies like ever. More like a silver.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Toe. Just TOE.
Oh,
Toe.
fair enough. Yeah.
Send nudes.
Fair.
You are a nonce.
Oh.
You finger kids. AKA top shagger. Okay, these guys were definitely. These were on the same team. These next 3. Chew my wang, girthy wang, rigid wang.
The one gang.
He's got McCoy's cock, that last one.
Spunky wham wham. Like just one word. Spunky wham wham. These next 3 were also on your own team. On their team. Suck your mama, suck your pappy, suck your nanny. Pubes.
Oh.
Just
pubes.
This next one, I don't want to say it, but it's not funny. It's just like how
Oh no.
they got. It was literally. I'm gonna leave it out.
No, you can't. No, you can't, mate. You can't. It's been 10 minutes. You can't get flagged. It's been
I'm
18.
sure whoever watches this would like to know.
You can't. Yeah.
It's not funny.
put it-
It's not funny. It's basically it. I don't know how they did it, but it was just a swastika symbol.
Oh.
Clear as day, it was just a swastika symbol, and I was like, "How the fuck
They
has
probably
Activision
hacked that,
let
maybe.
that slip through?"
Yeah, they probably hacked it.
Oof.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's just like, wow, this game, yeah. Anyway, okay, the next 3 are good. Your ma loves it. Just all one word. Farty fat bloke. Farty fatty.
Oh, that one was me, bro. I'm sorry.
And then the last one is Hagrid's fat one. And that's the list,
You know,
boys.
I got visions now for the future. Comment section. Oh, that used to be my gamer tag.
It's just people just be like, "That's me. I'm Fat Granny Shagger.
I made it. I'm in the comments.
I made it." Oh
Fucking
man.
hell.
So,
Oh, they-
so what do you think, boys? I feel like
I think some of
What
them are
is-
fucking great.
I think they're talented.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
They fucked something.
yeah. So
You
that
could
was,
tell. You could tell. You could tell it's not like it used to be.
No, I'm saying
These
that's what I'm saying. I
days,
think they
yeah, these
implemented it
days,
and then they
yeah.
just forgot to put like any kind of censorship on any words or anything
Did
for
you,
it. And they're just like, shit.
The gloves were off back then for Call
Yes.
of Duty.
Mate, this
There
wasn't
was
even
no
really
rules.
this wasn't really back then. This is just Modern Warfare. This was a couple years ago.
Wow.
This was this is
Oh,
2
shit,
3
yeah,
years ago.
yeah.
It's like it wasn't that big. All right, what do we say? We're talking about your name. Sorry, we got off track there. So how do you land on CeeLight?
So C is basically just a short for my first name. It's like a nickname for my first name, which is Charlie, and then
Yeah.
Light's my last name.
Oh, your last name's Light,
So it's basically just my name.
mate. That is the
That's
sickest
really
last
It's the sickest-
name.
I was gonna say Light, yeah.
La-
Late.
just Light. That's fucking sick, man.
It's, my name's just simplistic. Like it's just
Yeah,
yeah,
man. It's
my
one
name.
of those names. So it's like you've got one of those names where you
Yeah.
never need a kind of nickname or anything like
Yeah.
that. Like you've got a name that's just iconic enough as it is. It's unique enough as it is that you can just run with it.
it's
I love
easier.
it.
It's
Unless I
good,
start
though.
putting on weight and then I have to change it to like C heavy.
No, because then it's ironic. It's just like, yeah, CeeLight. Just this huge guy. Just complete opposite. Let's talk. All right, so you said that you used to compete in FIFA 10. You said you were 17. So what was it, like FIFA 10, FIFA 11? Because that was when like KSI was doing his like FIFA funnies. I feel like that was
Maybe 12, I think, was that one it? KSI?
Well, I'm
it was
30 next month, so it
Man,
would have
I'm
been
really
14 years ago.
putting you on your toes here with the maths.
It might have been fucking hell. I tell you when I started that
Mm.
was when Xbox introduced Virgin. Like you Virgin to the Xbox. I can't remember if it was on 360 or
Virgin?
That'll be
it was,
yeah, it would have been 360. The Xbox One came out in 2013, which was 9 years ago.
oh, okay, yes, it would have been on the
360, 100%.
the 360. And what it is, you could go into a tournament, you could pay £5 to enter a tournament, and it'd be with just random people around the world. And you'd go on FIFA, and then you'd actually play this tournament, and the winner would take all the money. And I was
No
winning
way.
these tournaments.
Yeah.
So the
How
more I was
much?
winning them, how much was you winning?
How
It
much are you
depended.
winning per tournament?
It depended on what basically you put up. So if it was like 10 people that put in £5, it would be 10 times
I-
5.
Yeah, it would be like the pot. Like everybody puts
Yeah.
in £5, and the winner gets all of it.
I think the most I won from like the Virgin thing was probably like a couple of hundred, like 200 quid. So at that point, I was like, if I lose, I'm losing my own money, bro. No, when you're just
Yeah.
that tight that you don't want to put too much money in.
Yeah. Oh, so was it kind of like yeah, so it was a pot. So were there like separate tournaments with higher
Yeah,
like
yeah.
amounts that you had to put in?
There was there's them, and you had like bigger tournaments with a lot more people in, but they're cheaper to get into. So you pay £2, but there'd be a lot more people to play against. So
I see what you mean, yeah.
it's like a pyramid. So you'd be that person.
Yeah, it was like more brackets.
Yeah. So that's how that kind of worked. Or you could do 1v1s, and that was only realistically you was playing against like one of your pals or something. you know?
Yeah, well, surely 1v1s is just gambling. It's just like winner gets 20 quid kind of thing. Winner.
But that was it. So I started playing competitively like that. I ended up playing one tournament in the Blockbusters, which was pretty decent. And then with winning that tournament, I had won the copy of FIFA that was just coming out then.
Jesus.
But then I didn't have to buy that.
That's
What
pretty
team were you
sick.
playing? What was your go-to?
Oh.
I mean, surely it was.
Back
had
then
to
it
have
was
been like,
Barcelona.
it was like Barcelona or Real Madrid, surely. Had to have been.
He was a Liverpool fan. Did he choose Liverpool or did he go for Barca?
There you go, fucking Liverpool.
Liverpool back then were they good?
Nah, they
They weren't
weren't good.
bad, but
Nah, fuck off. We had Jamie Carragher in defence.
42 pace.
everybody who's not interested. See, that was like the only period of time where I was somewhat interested in football was between like 2010 and like 2014. Anything before that or after it, nothing. I got nothing, mate.
I'm not too sure. Do you know what? I've played like over the years now, like so many different teams. Like even throughout the year,
Mm.
I actually don't know. I used to play with a lot of different teams.
Yeah.
It's just like so I'm not even too sure. I couldn't answer that with like any honest thing, but
No, that's fine. I mean, my follow-up question from that was just going to be kind of, what games did you grow up playing? Did you ever? How old were you when you first started playing games? Like, we all have that.
Well,
You
that
are
one game
testing
that
his
you kind of-
what
memory.
game did I grow up playing?
Yeah, like what was the game that you felt like really like? Okay, yeah, games, man. I fucking love games.
Your go-to game. Mortal
Nice.
Kombat.
Copyright strikes,
Hell
fuck's
yeah,
sake.
Are we talking what?
That's
This
how
is
you do
awesome.
it.
You're just doing the post production. We don't need it. We just got you with your fucking soundboard. Wait, so
Street
was it like?
Fighter, Mortal Kombat, like all of them? Like that was my button bashing.
Yeah. Was that on console or arcade?
So I think the Mortal Kombat I think I was playing on PlayStation 1, but
Mm.
Street Fighter I was playing in like arcades when I was at like arcades, but I had it on the what console was that?
I had Mortal
Street.
Kombat.
I used to blow the cartridge like
Super Nintendo. Super
yeah,
Nintendo
Super
for Street Fighter.
Nintendo.
Oh, the
Street Fighter.
SNES, the SNES.
Yeah, the SNES.
And then we had the black one as well, the little black
Oh,
console.
what the Sega Genesis?
Sega Genesis, Sega Mega Drive. Was a
Yeah,
Mortal
one of
Kombat
those.
cartridges.
Are you sure you're 30? See, I'm 30 and I've not played any of them. Like, that's the
Oh,
first game that I Game
Oh
Boy.
no, my dad was a gamer, innit? So
Oh.
like,
Say, if you
That's
got, like,
how I
yeah.
know. My old man used to be one as well.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's what I mean. That's the thing. Rover's dad is a gamer, but he's like a late gamer.
Hey,
You know,
man.
get him in a PUBG lobby. Oof. Oh yeah, baby.
I made a joke the other day, by the way,
Oh,
Owen. I made Maui piss himself laughing. I said, my dad's the type of person, he'd watch someone shoot at him, then like ask where the shot's coming from. Where am I
he's
getting
like,
shot from?
but he keeps playing, and he
Yeah,
plays.
'cause
like
he just loves
speed
playing with
runners.
us, yeah.
I laughed
like
at him when he had the game the other night. He's getting shot at and he's just jumping around like a kangaroo.
Yeah, he started fucking bunny hopping. He's like, where are the shots coming
Where
from?
did he hit me from?
Oh, wait,
That's right.
Rover, I'm gonna redirect. Rover, when did your dad start playing games?
Fuck me, this is back in PS1.
I'm
before
interviewing you now, right? This is
This will
your
be-
time.
See, like
So
so
we've
breather.
had a
the second.
GameCube, we've had PS1, we've had Nintendo 64. I think he played that, so I think it'd be around that or just before that. But I never really gamed until like the PlayStation because my nana got me into gaming. It wasn't my dad, it was my nana. Started playing games with my nana. I think I told you that before, didn't I?
Yeah. I think we talked about it in the first or second episode.
Yeah.
Wait, so when did your dad get into like? Did he jump into it in like Xbox One kind of thing? Did he just buy himself an Xbox
PlayStation
One?
2, I'd say. He had a PS1,
Wait,
but
has
he
he
wouldn't...
always just played games since then?
Yeah, he's played, but not as much as he did now. As does now. He'd play like a
suppose
little bit and stuff like that.
Is it like the online aspect of it?
I think so. Yeah. Like he loves playing with us guys. He just loves joining in.
Yeah.
But don't get him on
Oh, that's
FIFA, mate.
mate.
I need to get him to stream FIFA because he is fucking. He
Oh, I
screams at
feel
that
No,
game.
but it's-
It's so good.
Yeah, man.
Why the
He
pass in
pisses me
there?
off.
What's
Dude,
going on?
He gets so angry so quick.
He does, man.
Oh
It's fucking
no,
amazing.
bro! This is why I had this, bro. This is why I never was like playing streaming FIFA. I did it. I got asked for a mixer at one point because of the competitors had to like the day of release is be the face of it.
Mm.
But then I won't continue streaming it because the rage
Oh
is
yeah,
ridiculous.
it
The
is.
rage you get, it's just, bro. I've had thrown controllers down the toilet when I was living at my mum's house. Like legit, because my room, you could look out my door and there's a toilet, and I lobbed it. Like, and I wasn't looking. I just threw it, and then you're like, oh fuck, I need because it's the only controller I had. And then I looked, it hit the back of the pan, and just sort of did the basketball thing around the hoop. And it went, I was like, nah.
What a
Went over
shot!
there, shaking
Wait,
it. I shook it. I come running back. I plugged it in. I was like, boys,
I didn't soak it wet as well.
right? And it was still soaking. We was in the middle of a game of pro clubs. It was serious, yeah. It was dead serious. Like, we were like, boys, and it
We've
just
all
went,
been
poof, and it went, bro. And I was like, no.
Boys, put my controller in the toilet. I can't. I've
Fucking
never
hell.
heard of anyone ever doing that out of rage. I think
Yeah.
the
It
worst
will.
thing.
It just wasn't on purpose. I just sort of no. You throw something and
You
just
do
sort of
though. You
hear-
do.
You hear it and you're like,
It's a jerk reaction,
Yeah.
and then you realize what you've done, and then your controller's just smashed against the wall into 1,000 pieces, and you're like, you like you sober up from the anger, and you're like, fuck.
just then you
Like-
get that disappointment mode where you're like, for fuck's sake,
And then,
what have I
yeah,
just
yeah.
done?
I remember
like a-
smashing my keyboard on FIFA. I literally I went like just King Kong my keyboard. All the fucking all the little keys was went whoa. I was like, right, that's the keyboard gone. I lost in like the
That's right,
93rd
I was
minute.
like-
I just went fuck off.
Landed it.
Poof.
Oh,
It's
yes.
trading keys.
Someone just
Like-
mate. Rover's the king of raging at FIFA.
That's why I don't
I've
play
heard
online
it.
anymore, man.
91st minute goals. I did as well on like FIFA 13 or something. And I was just like
I
on
just play
Ultimate Team,
offline or I'll play like
and I was just
rivals in
like,
the
I
lower
can't.
divisions.
I had to quit, man.
There's like a
It's just-
friend of mine on the Xbox. He's a rager on any game. At one point, he jumped off his settee and threw his controller down on the floor.
Oh
Oh
no.
wow, you got really try for that.
Yeah,
gotta-
you do.
yeah.
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
gotta really
angry.
go for that.
He threw it on the floor and walked out the same time. But he walked back in the room and realised that he didn't hear it fall. After the bounce, it didn't come back down. 2 days he couldn't find his controller. When he bounced it went up and it went behind his TV on the wall. And he couldn't find his controller for 2 days.
Wait, so he like fucking
Oh yeah, he launched it. It
he
bounced
like
off the floor.
Super Smash Bros fucking down
Yeah.
smash to the controller. It bounced off the floor or the
Went up
settee,
behind the TV that was on
and
the
then
wall.
it bounced up behind
Yeah.
the TV on the wall. And he's
He-
like,
as he threw
"Where's
it,
he gone? I've lost."
as he threw it down, he walked out the same time and not realizing, and then he didn't hear it crash back down. So he's trying to fuck. Where's my controller gone? It come 2 days. He's trying to find it.
I was
behind his
expecting you.
TV.
I was expecting you to say it's stuck in the fucking ceiling. It's
That's what
bounced
I
back.
was
Yeah,
thinking,
it's
yeah.
bounced down
Yeah,
that
I
hard.
was-
It's
I
stuck in the
thought that
fucking
was like-
ceiling.
His bounce just ricocheted and just lodged itself into the ceiling.
No, like on the curved part on the hand and the grip, it just bounced straight up off that. And it went straight up behind his
Jesus.
TV.
See, the way I get around that, first of all, I don't do it anymore. I just, I'm like, okay, I used to have a real bad habit of like unplugging my Xbox. Like jerk reaction, like the power cable to the Xbox was like in a place where I could easily pull it. And my worst raging was on Modern Warfare multiplayer. Just because of the kill times, and I don't need to explain it.
Never seen you rage you.
I kind of contain it. I definitely contain it, but you can still. I think Jazz has seen the worst of it.
He does do a lot of huffing and puffing.
Yeah, I
So,
mean,
yeah, just keep it in. Just keep it in.
I
just
mean,
keep it in, just
when
keep
we're
it
playing
silent.
when we're playing PUBG, I'll just mute and I'll just be like, cool, whatever. I just turn the volume all the way down. I just grab my phone. I'm like, okay, I'm
Yeah,
done.
we
I'm
did
just
have.
I like
we did-
rage quit just that, but I leave it up. You know, I just move on from it as quick
we
as
did
possible.
we did have your clipboard, didn't we? We were running, driving our car into the lamppost, and then we get the oh for fuck's sake!
That was fine. I don't think
It's the
that was
fact
a
that
rage.
it's the fact that
That
you
was-
downed yourself as always incredible.
Yeah, lamppost in the middle of nowhere. All this map.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
was.
a tiny
Just, I
lamppost.
just wasn't looking. I
or blows
was
his car up.
tired. I just need to not play games when I'm tired. I'll just, do it for the social aspects, and then I crash into a lamppost in a wide open space.
I'm curious to see light as well. See.
Ah,
know.
see, have you ever been a rager? Oh yeah, of course. We just talked about it.
Yeah, bro. I think the worst razor probably was over on Mixer, and I put a big hole through the fucking desk with the controller.
Yes.
Were you
Jesus.
streaming?
Yeah, I was streaming, bro.
Fuck.
What were you?
Fucking FIFA.
Content.
I played FIFA.
People love the content of FIFA Rages. They do compilations all on YouTube.
Bro,
Dude, I love it. I live for it.
I literally Stacy was in the stream. Stacy was in the stream.
Yeah,
She was a moderator at the time,
that's
Um,
Stacy face for anybody who doesn't know.
and I'd lost my nut, bro. I don't know why. I can't remember why I raged, but I literally had the controller there, and I was just going.
follow
Off the desk, it just went ho. I was like,
Finish your death. Wow, if it's like, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Somebody scored on the 89th minute.
And then
Yeah, yeah.
like the game hadn't finished, and I'm looking at this like this, and I've got the now looked over controller's still working. I'm like, the fuck did I just do? Like,
Trying to finish this game, seeing 3 holes in your desk.
and I was literally sitting there going to stream. I was like, what have I fucking done? What have I done? Oh, for fuck's sake, this is a new desk. I was sitting there, I was fuming. I was so angry with myself that I smashed the desk up. Like, so angry. I like that desk as well. That was a nice desk.
That happens, don't you? When you do it, you have that moment of pure anger, but right after it, you regret everything. You're like, oh, I like
Yeah.
that. I like that controller. I like that desk.
One time I wasn't even that angry. This was a couple years ago. I was playing Apex on my own.
Well, there's a biggest
Top Banana
mistake.
can,
was gonna say,
can relate to this one.
You
I
solo
just
queued?
had my I've just had my TV here before I had a PC or anything, and I was just playing, had my hands under the desk, and then I died or something happened, and I just had this jerk reaction to do that with the controller. It wasn't that hard. I promise you guys, it wasn't that hard. Even back then, I was just like, I didn't. I kind of laughed it off afterwards because I was like, I wasn't that mad, and it wasn't that hard. But then, you know, like on a TV where it just dead pixels. It like half of the screen just went dead, and I was just like, well, it's the end of that TV then, innit? Controller was fine. TV's gone. I'm like, cool, okay. Guess we're saving up some money for a new monitor. Okay.
Fucking intense.
One time I got pissed off, and I like I said before, I like pulled the power cable out of the Xbox, and I just put the Xbox under my bed. I was just like,
You're grounded.
I just unplugged everything. I put it in I had at the time one of those drawers that like slide under your bed. Just put it in one of the drawers, put it under my bed. It's like, cool.
That's
Done.
fucking like.
I'm done. I'm not playing anymore. Like I in that moment of rage, I was
so
just like,
much
I'm not.
effort though. You've unplugged it, picked
And
it up.
yeah, put it
dude.
away. Like,
Let me just.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
that's the
no.
amount of anger. Like, that's beyond rage. That's just.
That's like having a word with yourself.
That's like telling your child off and telling it to go to its room. Here, mate.
Yeah, but
go.
I did it to myself.
Yeah.
I was trying to save myself. It was my conscience, you know. It was saying like, "Oh, I know you're angry right now. So I'm putting the Xbox away." I was like an inner war with myself.
What did you do after, like, when you wanted to play it? Did you just put a little note
Oh,
from the
mate,
floor saying,
no,
can I play with you again?
No, that's the thing, right? When you have those rages, you're just like, yeah, fuck it, whatever, and you go to bed in a bad mood. 'Cause, you know, I'm usually playing games at night. The next day, you know, go about my day, go to work and whatever. Come home, and I'm like, probably go get the Xbox from under the bed, shouldn't I? I'll play some cards, just hang out for a bit. Like completely just wash the memory of it. Just like, nah, it'll be fine this time. Like I won't get angry this time. I was just tired. It's fine. But it's never fine, is it? It's always like, nah, today will be different. Today I won't rage at FIFA. Today I won't, you know.
What I'm curious with CeeLight, if it's okay, about go back to Mixer.
Go on.
I haven't known you too long, have I? Really?
No, not
Properly on Twitch and there.
Yeah,
I don't think I met you on Mixer. Or did I? I can't remember.
you would have known. I think you would have known.
I think I've seen
my
your name
name
pop up.
through Silent.
Yeah,
Silent.
I think that's where I seen the name. But like,
Yeah.
going back to when do you realize that shit, my channel's blowing up? If that makes sense, before you went the long road and became the partner of Mixer. So I'm just curious.
So there was at the time like an algorithm, and me and Dolby had worked out the algorithm of how to manipulate the system on Fortnite, so where we could basically get the hype zone in our channel and keep it in there for long periods of time. So
I remember that.
What we was doing was, at that second, no one had open lobbies. So me and Dolty started up the open lobbies. And then because we did that and we was the only people like, yeah, come play. Everybody's just all come straight through. And where we was holding the hype zone, we'd make sure we wouldn't die. It might be the last 2 people alive. We'd just sit there and not attack them, like, and just walk around them and just, so it stayed in the channel for ages.
Man, that's good. I've
That's
never
cool.
heard of people doing that.
No, that's crazy.
Because is that the hype zone on Mixer? It was such a cool feature.
It
was.
was.
I remember
It
first
was.
hearing
yeah.
about it. It was so cool, and they made it. I feel like it was like the USP for Mixer at the time. The hype zone, especially because it was around the hype of BR games of like, especially
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
just had Fortnite and PUBG to start off with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been correct. Yeah, PUBG and Fortnite would have.
And it was
two.
such an easy way to get followers and viewers. It was such a good funnel, like,
But
and it rewarded you for being good at the game and winning
Yeah.
games.
it wasn't just that. Like you could so also with the system we'd worked out at that point it's a lot different. Like further down the line, but if you got a big big raid and your numbers went up rapidly, really quickly, you'd become on the featured list.
Yeah.
So you'd get the hype zone come in, and the more that hype zone was coming in, the more chance you was having to get on that featured. So we was then playing. Nobody's doing open lobbies, so it's me and him doing open lobbies, getting the hype zone, keep bringing it in, holding it in there as long as you can, then to get on the feature, and we could get featured 3 to 4 times a week.
Jesus, that's fucking
That's
insane.
crazy. Yeah. That's
Well-
such a good workaround. That's really smart, man.
Yeah.
Like,
God, sorry, Owen. You go.
No, you go.
I'm sure I can't remember correctly. They had like another type of hype zone for partners as well, didn't they? So,
Wasn't
They
that later down the
had-
line?
yeah, it's later
Yeah.
down the line, but it's like partners had that feature for themselves.
Yeah,
Like
there was
hype zone,
Oh, like a
so
raid.
from
It was like a
hype-
raid system, wasn't it? Like a
Yeah, it was like a hype zone, but partners
Yeah.
one only.
Oh, that was it. What was it called? It was called like Channel
Something
One.
channel,
or
channel,
something.
Channel
one,
One, yeah.
channel
That was
one.
it.
That's the one.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
it was a type of hype zone, and it was just like you would get hosted by Channel One, or you were on Channel One or something,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it would
was
jump
just-
from partner to partner.
Yeah, I think you had it for 30 minutes, and it'd then move on to like the next partner.
Mixer had some
But-
cool features, man.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
It did. It gave you that the discovery. I think obviously I manipulated the system when I was first on there.
Mm.
So which
Dude, you played the game.
at,
You-
at that
That's
Yeah.
just a loophole. You just found a loophole.
Yeah.
I think I've always said that if you find a loophole, like
Abuse it.
abuse it, like it's just bro, it's content. You gotta try to get your content out there as hard as you can. So if there is a
Yeah.
loophole, like abuse it, because we'd
Yeah,
looked
she didn't
on
break the
Twitch.
rules or anything. You didn't do anything wrong. It was just a loophole, like you say. Yeah.
Nah. But we'd looked on Twitch. That's how we found it out. Like people doing open lobbies, and we'd gone on Fortnite and was like, nope, no one's doing that. And then we literally went from 15 to they are like, nah, top 3
Jesus.
in that category. The only issue though, when you left Fortnite, it went quiet. But I'm
I wa-
happy
I was
that
a-
I left when I did.
I was gonna say that. So, an issue that I found on Mixer, and that I think it's a general consensus, was the majority of viewers on Mixer were looking for Fortnite and only Fortnite. There was
A lot of young
much-
people.
there was a lot of young people who just went on Mixer because it was integrated into the Xbox.
Yeah.
So they'd just see like, oh, so and so is, there's watch Fortnite streams on Mixer. Like you just get like a fucking 12-year-old who's just going to play some Fortnite on Xbox, and they see that and they're just like, no, I don't want to play. I want to watch someone else play. Crack open Mixer, and that happens a few thousand times. And then the majority of your audience are kids, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it was like I remember the numbers. Like I think who was another guy? It was TG, Tattooed Gamer. Like
Yeah.
him and you and like a few others would like stream Fortnite. Your numbers would be incredible. Like for there would be like 75 concurrent up, or like 200, or like 150.
Yeah.
And it would be like every time you stream Fortnite, and then as soon as you had a stream that wasn't Fortnite, or you'd play some Call of Duty or something like that, they'd like half, or like even more. Like they would drop substantially, and I'm just like, dude, this
But it
sucks.
is-
Like,
It was one of them things where it was do you sit there? Because at that time you had the sparks and everything as well, wasn't it? It was like, do you sit
Yeah.
there and play a game that realistically the audience, because where you're jumping to a different game, that audience isn't moving with you. So that's not a community. That's just Fortnite audience.
Yeah.
So it's like when I jump, right? So is it really worth me sitting there for sparks when I'm not actually going nowhere with it? And so,
Like-
like, am I better off going to build a community into other games? So then when I do play other games, it's a broader community. Like, all right, I play that, there's going to be people there. I play this, there's going to be people there. Not if I play this, there's going to be so many people here, and then I turn it on, there's going to be absolutely no one. You know?
I feel like people. Do you feel like it was easy at the time for people to get kind of lost in the source? Like they would just be like, "Damn, these numbers are great." They're like, "I want to grind sparks and this, that, and the other."
People got lost in the hype.
Yeah.
They got lost in the numbers. Like, I think the worst thing for anyone to look at is like focus on your follower numbers, your sub numbers, or just even the viewer numbers. Like even on Twitch, I've hit over 200 viewers on Twitch at one point. Do you know what I mean? But there's other streams that I see at 15.
Mm.
Yeah.
It don't really matter to me, to be honest with you, because I'm just sitting there. People are gonna come through, and people ain't gonna come through.
Yeah.
And end of the day, like it's just the opportunity of luck. Like
I
on
get what you
some
mean.
side
Yeah.
of it,
There's.
and then opportunists on other sides. But if you listen to the Fortnite thing was just everybody was all into the hype, and then you could see it dying. But it's if you got off the bandwagon at the right time.
Yeah.
I feel like I had a similar thing happen to me, but with Apex. But I actually really enjoyed Apex, playing Apex.
Well, I remember when you
'Cause-
first started playing Mixer, you was very good. You was, yeah.
Like
Seemed
I,
very into
I
it.
really grinded that
Yeah.
game to try and get good at it. And the views were good on it as well. But then I think I fell off.
It's,
And then
it's the same as Fortnite. Yeah? So
It-
basically, you went from Fortnite to Apex. You have to, as a content creator, if you're doing that hype train, you've then got to go to the next thing, when they
Yeah.
start to pick up, and that's where you kind of go if you're.
that's the
in
thing.
that
It's like
category.
there's some people who like I understand like loving games and playing games, but like I suppose you look at people like I don't know if it's a great example, but like Shiv FPS. So he's pretty much he averages like fucking like 7K to like 15K viewers like every stream, and he religiously plays. I think he's got like 150,000 kills with Bangalore on Apex. He's an Apex player, does it pretty much every day, and it's like, but he never. I think he changed game. I think he's played COD a couple times, but you notice the view drop.
Yeah, I think you
And
played
it-
COD with Gar.
Yeah, and it's like, at what point do you like? Because at some point, it's like that game becomes your job.
Yeah.
It's like it's not that the streaming is your job; it's that the game is also your job.
Mm.
Especially if you're really good at that game. So it's like as a content creator, you kind of have to choose whether you do, like you said, jump from hype to hype in big chunks, or like stick on that game and ride it out till the end, till you can afford to change game, or you can afford to be like, oh, feel out what your audience are gonna do. And tell me if I'm wrong here, but like, have you noticed that? Have you tried that? Have you ever stuck to it? Because I mean, right, are we doing? You're doing a lot of GTA roleplay.
Which is
now,
hilarious,
right?
by the way.
Yeah.
It's fucking
I was gonna
funny.
say that's like right up your alley, man. Like bringing your
Well,
personality to a GTA roleplay is so good to watch.
to know what I was asked to do it about 2-3 years ago on Mixer, and I was like, "Nah, fuck off, bro. I ain't doing that. What for 10 fucking people? You having a fucking
Yeah,
draft,
when I
mate?"
first heard of it, I was just like, this doesn't seem like if this was D&D, if this was Dungeons and Dragons, I'd get it. But like in GTA, that doesn't sound like it's gonna do well.
But like when you go in there and like you actually playing it, it's actually a lot of fun. And I was surprising myself that I enjoyed it because it was like something I could never see myself doing. It's like I went into like I don't know, other people's streams that were doing it, and I thought, you're a proper plum, you. Do you know what I mean? But then I done it, and then you sort of realise, you're like, do you know what? I kind of see why you're doing it, because you're having a giggle, like and do you know what? You meet so many people. I think from doing that, I've had more followers in a month than I'd probably got in a fucking year.
I've
Jesus.
noticed even your viewer count have gone up as well
Yeah,
since you started playing that.
there's such an audience for it, and then it's
People love it, man. I mean, it's
Role playing, isn't it?
it's role playing, man. You're watching your favorite content creators play a character in a world of other
one thing that
characters,
pisses
and
me
it's
off,
good to.
is the fucking when gangs on there. And then when you like, it's my background, especially like from being like gang affiliated to when you're in GTA roleplay, and it's like shit don't work like that, mate. And then like you got all these
Yeah, you,
acting like this way, you're like,
you know the reality of it, and everybody's
nah,
putting
mate.
on the kind of, I guess, Hollywood version, you could say, the kind of like the
Yeah.
stereotype version. Yeah.
And it's kind of like, okay, mate, like.
That's-
You
just a thumbs up. For those of you that can't see, just a thumbs up there. It's kind of
yeah, go on, enjoy your day, lad. Right, crack on.
they're just
Right.
Plastic gangster.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like it's a little play, but it's even like the words they say. You're like, you'd never say that, lad. You'd never say that. Or is it like you speak to someone like, well, I can't even get into it. It's just, bro, it pisses me off, innit?
It's just like historically inaccurate. It's just like doesn't go down like that. That's not. They're just like saying things. They're not really.
But they literally are. They're literally just saying things, and you're like, you look at them, you're like, you're a little snitch. Do you realise what you're telling me right now? Like, like,
I want to move on to. So when I think we talked to our previous guest Dench about this, when Mixer closed, what were your reactions to that?
I'd left the day before.
Wait,
Oh,
you left the
damn.
day before?
I'd left the day before because of the Iron Rebel shit.
Oh, shit, I
there's-
met that. I blocked him
remember the
instantly.
Drama, that whole
Yeah.
yeah. We
Yeah.
I
don't have to
remember
get into
him.
that if you don't want to. That's your.
I'll take it. I don't really care, bro. My guy's a keyboard warrior. I don't fucking care.
All of C's opinions are C's opinions. We're gonna, you know.
I probably
don't
share the
wanna
same
get-
opinions as C.
I
by
don't
the
want to
way.
get wrapped up in this, but
The guy's a fucking wanker.
But
You can, bro. Honestly, like, I can get into it. Like, it's simple.
you're cool,
simple
man. It's
fucking
up to
thing.
you. So you. I
Fucking
remember
drama.
it
Let's do
happened. I
this.
remember Twitter for those 2-3 days was like
It was fucking hectic.
because
Wasn't
it was all of that drama that happened. And then the next day and there was some other allegations.
Because I had no allegations at me, bro. It was
No,
nothing
not
from
at you,
me.
not at you. I'm just saying.
There's a lot of
within the
streamers
drama-
that did, and I think the
No.
closing of Mixer saved a lot of them. They got away with a lot because it just kind of got brushed under.
But that's the thing. The drama that happened regarding Mr. Rebel.
Because I was the one out there getting praised, and I was just like,
Yeah, you're all good, man. You were like caught up in it, but you were doing the right thing. But the drama with Mr. Rebel happened, and then there was like other accusations with a couple of other people, and there was a lot of female streamers on Mixer. It was basically harassment, right? It was
And more than that, yeah. Well,
it correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I remember, it was like sexual harassment that was happening like on streams and IRL.
yeah.
And then it was awesome to see all these female streamers calling people out. There was
100%, yeah.
there was one guy that was called out that me and Rover played with a couple times, and we were like, "Oh my fucking!" God. Like he whispered something just disgusting to
C
the
will know him
streamer.
as
Again,
well.
all in this community, we all knew each other.
Yeah, C would know him
And
as
we're
well.
just
'Cause I
like,
think he was in
wow.
the co-pros at the time, not like a part of the actual co-pros team, but he
No,
was.
but
in
he was within
that
these
community, yeah.
communities kind of thing. But
Okay.
and then all these people getting called out, big names, small names, and it was just like this is crazy. It's insane. Awesome to have these female creators come out and talk about it and everything, but fuck these guys.
Yeah, it was.
Um,
I mean, it's like a lot of them said nothing just generally because, well, I know from my perspective, because I'm with Peach, like Perfect Peach from the actual thing. That's actually my partner,
yeah, yeah.
and I've been with her like what, like 2 years now.
Mm.
But on the perspective, I was at that event, and there was a load of us there at that event that
I think
sat
I
there
read,
and
I,
watched it.
dude. I remember
Like,
the I think was it a twit longer? Was it? It was a multiple
yeah,
tweets, something like that.
there's Twit longer thing, and like, but she was like, "Well, what's the point? We putting something out?" And I was like, "Just say it. Like, don't be afraid of saying what you think." She was like, "Yeah,
Mhm.
but I don't want to be one of them girls." I was like, "Look, you do what you want to do, but regardless of what you do, like, I'll stand and support whatever one you want to do." So I ended up staying up all night with her while she wrote it out. And she was like, "Was that what happened? Like, am I thinking that's right?" And then I'd be like, "Yeah, that's what happened. Like, that is correct." And then she then read it through with like the girls that were at the event, and
Mhm.
then like to make sure it was accurate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And then she had posted it.
But it was something like that was important because it was that her writing that thing again gave the confidence to a lot of other creators to
Yeah.
talk about what happened to them on stream and off.
Yeah,
So it was a real flagship moment.
I think before that, because I had that issues with Rebel before that.
He's just a creepy dude. 100% just a creepy dude.
I
I
don't even know who this guy is, to be honest with you.
I'd got on with him really well prior. Do you know what I mean? Like prior, like before. But then
Yep.
um, I started seeing Peach at that event like, after he'd gone home, and he didn't take to it very well because they'd been seeing each other like prior to that. You know what I mean?
Wasn't he
He,
married with kids?
Yeah,
he like from what I remember, it was something like they were on a he was on a break
Oh yes,
with
a
his
break.
wife or
A break.
something, or like
yeah. He was on a break with his wife. Then he got back with his wife, and then while he was with his wife, he come down to the event and then tried to do basically what Peach had put out, everything that she put out.
yeah, this is how
He
it
tried to
was.
do all that, and she was like having none of it. And then um, oh, I then started seeing Peach from that period, like from then
Yep.
onwards. I started seeing her. Then we'd gone to EGX. Um, that was all fine. He tried to confront me down there about something, about some tweet or some bollocks. I don't even know 'cause I wasn't even paying attention. I was more about doing the event. Like, I was there for the event.
Of course, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, he'd come up try to confront me in the hotel about someone else had started on him on Twitter or something, and he was like, told me that I better sort it out. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, I ain't sorting that shit. It's nothing to fucking do with me.
Mm.
And then he's like walked off and then shouted like, "You better fucking sort it out" or some shit like that. And I was like, I ain't fucking doing anything. And I went and sat down with Solo Joker and Sarah and Peach because they was literally like right next to us, you know. Then he then went home and then was like, then basically started talking about Nikki's fanny and everything on stream and
Oh,
giving it
Yeah,
all the
just like
bollocks. Do you know what I mean?
toxic people doing toxic
yeah.
shit.
But you'd like waited to go home to do that when you're behind the screen again.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sounds like a pussy. I've
Mm.
never liked him, man. I met him once. I played with him once, and I really didn't like the guy. It gave me bad vibes, man. It gave me bad vibes.
The thing is, I generally did get on with him prior to that. Do you know what I mean? I had no issues with him, and then like all this happened, and it was like none of this had to happen. Like you've
Mm.
Hey, so
got a wife and kids at home. Like what's the issue? Like
people's
I'm
real
you know, it's just
personalities
one of them.
got after like an incident or something. Like I said, with these things come out of the woodwork, and they're you can be somewhat of a different person. You only see one side of the content creator,
Oh
and
yeah,
it's somewhat
100%.
cute whether you're live streaming or it's pre-recorded. You know, it's not the full person. You know what I mean? But yeah, back to the kind of the original point, like though, and then Wait, so what? Hold on. Wait, so what made you leave Mixer? Did you leave Mixer because you didn't want to be associated with him and that whole situation, or?
Yeah, I thought, you know what, like, I'm generally kind of done with this. Like, because Mixer had been like clipped it, they'd been sent it by like
Yes.
loads and
Oh,
loads of people, and they did nothing about it.
yeah. I think I
Um,
remember.
and I was like, you know what, like, if that's okay to do on the stream, the amount of fucking warnings I've been given, and that's okay, then I ain't streaming it. I'm moving, and I'd
Yeah. Was it a
literally
double?
gone
Wasn't
the day
wasn't it a?
before.
Sorry, wasn't it around this part? Because I know Mixer was very reluctant to give out kind of like partnerships and stuff like. Because Mixer never had like an affiliate program or anything that like Twitch does. Like you had to be a partner to get paid, but they rolled out Embers, which were bits like
Hmm.
tips, cheering,
Yeah.
Yeah,
um, which was just like it felt like a cash grab because so like anybody could. Mixer was doing more and more shady stuff. Like they just weren't making people who deserved partnerships who were like meeting the criteria. Then they did the
it was
Ember program, which was kind of bullshit because you couldn't really make money from it until you hit a certain benchmark or something like a huge benchmark or something like that.
Yeah, and if you didn't hit it in a certain period, then it like
Yeah,
reset it.
if you didn't hit it in a certain amount of time, it reset.
So then like the people that paid to like support you, it'd all go to Mixer.
Yeah, exactly. And then they spend millions on Ninja and Shroud,
For
and it's
6
just
months
like,
work.
who was making these decisions? They were
A
just like,
Twitch executive, mate. He got a job at Microsoft. So I'll
right,
bury them
like
from the deep.
that right there. They should have just brought over Ninja and then left it, but they just continued to keep bringing people over and over and over, and you're like, why are you adding these people?
They
yeah,
offered
they
Dr.
weren't.
Disrespect as well, didn't they, at one point?
Yeah, they
He
did.
took the
Yeah,
piss out of him. They offered
Yeah.
a contract to him.
and it's just
Um,
like leave them where it is. Like, but you look at Mixer from when it started to where we was.
yeah,
Even when I first come across, 15 viewers was a lot of viewers on Mixer when I first came
Mm.
across, and to the point where it's a couple of hundreds of people in a stream. If they would have just left it alone, it was going at a momentum where it would have caught up with Twitch eventually
Yeah.
because of the way it was built. They didn't have to touch nothing. If it ain't broken, don't fix it.
do you think they jumped the gun with buying big creators like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, they tried to move too fast.
Yeah, they tried
Like,
rushing everything out, didn't they? They
because
just
obviously,
wanted to be number one fast.
they were backed by Microsoft.
Yeah,
But like, and Microsoft makes money, but they still weren't that big. Like YouTube buying streamers, like YouTube is huge.
Yeah.
Like they can
Globally.
afford to pay millions in contracts for streamers from Twitch. Mixer never felt like it could do that. Like when they did that, I didn't believe it. I was like, you mean you like Shroud was at his biggest, and so was Ninja to some extent.
yeah.
Like because of Fortnite and everything, and the him playing with Drake wasn't too long prior to that. But dude, you got hosted by Ninja, didn't you?
Yeah. I got Ninja. Ninja dropped me a fucking raid. One night when I was like laying in bed, I got in bed and I was like, "Oh, I can't sleep. So I got back up and I was like, fuck it, I'll stream. But I'll play like Minecraft because it's kind of chill and I haven't got to do much. So I loaded up Minecraft and I must have been live for like 5 minutes. And it dropped me in.
No
Oh,
way.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Right, it's
So it's
incredible.
like that sounds like it was
Meant to
destiny,
be.
man. Yeah, it was like
The
you
worst part
felt
about
it.
that is like, bro, you're in that hype and everything like that. You're fucking excited, bro. But at the time, I was like, I'm half asleep. Like I've been laying there trying to sleep. I've turned the stream on, and I'm kind of sort of just sit there like
Fucking woke up then, didn't
Yeah, how many? Do you remember how many people he raided you with?
13 to 15,000, I think.
Jesus.
Jeez.
There's a
What do
clip
you?
somewhere.
Yeah. I remember seeing it and being like, "What the fuck, man? That's insane."
But yeah, I kind of just took a little while to wake up, but then at that point, I didn't know what to really do because I'm used to reading the chat. In the chat, so I was just
I
like,
don't mind, I know.
where the fuck am I going now? Because
Yeah,
I can't read that.
you kind of slowly build up to that kind of chat where you know it goes so fast that you just pick out a message and read it every now and again. You don't, because now surely you pretty much try to read every single message in the chat, more
Yeah,
or
like
less.
I tried to get as literally. Well, I pretty much do get. Well, I probably get fucking told off for that. No, you don't. But I'm pretty sure I'd almost get almost every
No,
message.
but like you at least try to read every single message.
Yeah.
Whereas
of
this
course.
is like it's impossible. You can read
Even
one
even in
every now and again.
slow mode, it'd be impossible.
Yeah,
You couldn't catch a word, man. You couldn't catch a word. It was ridiculous. And then you had all the animations going at the same time, like where they all put in like sparks and then embers, and then they come up that Ninja had subbed, and they dropped embers, and then I was like, and then his whole community doing the same. It's so, and you have that the audio going off with like all
yeah.
these.
Just
Can't
because
see the
Yeah.
game. just
you know
just your
when you
alerts.
when you have those
mad.
numbers, like your alerts kind of accommodate to it. They're a little bit more low key, like in the corner, like going off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you have lesser concurrent viewers, you make it's a bit more of a big event. It's a bit bigger, it's a bit more louder, you know. But that must have been insane. Like that's great. I didn't know you were like just streaming. I remember seeing the clip, but I didn't know you'd like just started streaming.
Oh, that's not the worst part, bro. The worst part is, yeah, I'd got up and my ex at the time got pissed because obviously I was sitting there and I was like hyped and everything like that, coming in and pulled the plug out.
Shot.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Hosted by Ninja. 15k. He's like, no.
What?
Yeah.
He's not having this fucking attention. If I don't get it, he's not having it.
That's crazy. How quickly did she
that
do
is
that? How
so
long was that into
Story
your
and a
stream?
heart.
Yeah. Then come in and
Which-
pulled the plug out.
Which door did she go out the front or back?
Fuck.
Oh,
Out the window.
Wait,
Out the window, I was
How
going to say,
long
it's
was
going,
that?
woo!
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to go too extreme with it. Doing.
how long did you have those viewers for
Shit.
before she pulled the plug? Literally.
Probably about an hour or two.
At least you
whoever
got-
the
at least you
auto
got a
host was
good-
after me. My auto host had a nice auto host, bro.
I was gonna say, man.
Like, but yeah, I was fuming, man.
That was
You know,
another
you
cool
just-
feature from Mixer, the auto host. I like that.
You know what? You have it on Twitch. You have it on
Twitch.
Twitch.
Wait, do we?
Twitch still
not
has
the
it. It's
same.
just, it's
Yeah.
it's not as good.
Oh, I didn't know we had that.
Yeah, you just you go through your followers or you type in a name, and you just have you have like a priority order of who to host. So if
It's
somebody,
quite buggy.
yeah, it doesn't always work.
Okay.
Somebody raid my channel like that, I'll pull up and out my fucking self. Oh, I would not go. I could not go.
Yeah, I remember you got. I mean, you got.
Top, I love you.
You got raided quite recently by Coin. What's
Coin
his name?
Fury,
Coin
yeah.
Fury.
Coin Fury, yeah.
He raided you for like 120, 115, something like that. You just broke, man.
I
That was
broke.
like that was like 6 people in your chat, like a modest amount, just hanging out. I was there. I was just like hanging out, talking, and you just get hosted for like 100 and something. And
I
you
was
just, like,
stuttering. I couldn't say a fucking word.
You were
bro, I'm
playing
sweating.
I was trying to teach you how to. You were playing 7 Days to Die for the first time, and I was trying to
Yeah.
like help you out and teach you a few things. You were just trying to figure out like
My
how to get
my
water or something.
my eyes was on the screen
You're
and
in
my
the
fucking
desert,
head was
just
gone. Like
stuck, like trying to survive, and then 100 odd people come in and just start like
Yeah.
following and like.
all they can hear is me saying, "How do I cut the grass?" My eyes
not
gone.
what-
My eyes is on the screen and on the laptop, but my head was fucking over there, over there. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do.
It's a nice feeling. It's a nice feeling, especially when you get big hosts and big raids.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant feeling. Like 100%. Like sometimes, I remember the big raids when we was over on Mixer, which sometimes they weren't that big, But for Mixer, it was big and the hype, bro, and the fucking. It was nice. I think that now it's over on Twitch. You get less of them big
Mm.
raids, just as generally because of the sheer number of streamers here. But it adds more to that event when you do get a big raid now.
Yeah.
Like the hype and everything. So
No,
it
you
is
need the
nice.
big servers with the big boys. For
Uh,
fighting. You'd be flipping. You're gonna pass the seat of Coil's fucking character now. You will.
wait. Was it you that? Was it you or Rovers is that in when I got to drop the 200 viewers? It was one of you, right?
I can't remember.
Yeah, my memory's so
Um,
shit.
What?
Oh no, it was Rovers. It was Rovers because he was like,
Was
he
it
was
me?
in there for, yeah, he was there for ages, and then he was like, all right, well I'm gonna go to bed now.
CeeLight will be part of the fucking Changang on 5 now. For a couple of months now, be rolling along with fucking Randy Bullet and Mr. K and all that. Oh, I always watch your videos too, man. It fucking crease me, they do.
Oh, bro, I do something. I don't know. I just got a weird. I say weird things. I say weird things. I come out of weird shit. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of them.
Do you still use that Pink for Unicorn song? That was fucking hilarious.
No. Now
Oh,
what have I got now? Chicken dance now.
chicken dance. Okay.
You've always had like a unicorn kind of mascot, haven't you?
Do you still have the
What else
unicorn
I use
mascot?
on mask?
Not a mask, a mascot. Like it's always been kind of a part of your branding to have like a unicorn. No?
It's gone now, isn't it, though?
Yeah. Like even my logo now still.
Is it still? Yeah, it still is. It's you. You got like a dead unicorn in a headlock.
Oh, how
Yeah,
did
yeah.
mate? That's fucking
Mate,
fantastic.
I've got your Twitch up now.
I
Just see it.
remember
It's just you,
seeing
like,
streams in
got-
the fucking unicorn onesie. That was incredible.
Me and was I?
Yeah, he was in a unicorn onesie back on Mixer.
Did I?
Yeah, 100%.
Fuck, you would not put it past me.
Yeah, a onesie, unicorn onesie.
Was it
Wait,
just
who was
a-
there when I wore the skirt?
He's on from Wednesday though to a
Nobody
skirt.
said anything about
No.
Scott. It's just-
Bro,
He's questioning the flipping onesie, and the next minute probably says,
Oh, when was I in the
wearing a
skirt, like?
skirt?"
Yeah, there was one where no, it was a dress. It was a dress. It was a dress. Right? Sub goal. We hit the sub goal, and I was like, yeah. I hit sub goal. Put this dress on. I'm 6'3". All right. And my ex at the time is a lot. She was a lot shorter than me.
Oh no.
So I'm trying to get this fucking thing on, and you're hearing it going. Trying to get this fucking thing over my shoulders and then bringing it down. And then I've sat down, but as I've sat down, my bollocks fucking. This is all on camera. I've just gone like that, and the fucking dress has gone. Whoop. I know you just sit there like.
Wait, was that
Oh,
like
fuck
a live stream? You just like lopped your bollocks
Yeah.
out? Like, oh my god.
Yeah, the fucking dress just sort of just where it's just so tight, it just went. Like it was a slinky.
like you could tell that was
Oh
the
my
first time
God.
you'd ever worn a dress because you just you didn't think maybe my balls are gonna be on show if I do this.
Yeah, I didn't have no boxes on or nothing, man. Cock, bollocks, everything, all on stream.
Okay, did you insta close down your stream and delete the VOD?
No, I just fucking firmed it and kept going.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's probably carried on.
Carried on.
Have
Right,
a good
where
look.
was it?
Have a good look, guys.
Yeah, it's just like guys, now's your chance. We're just gonna move on.
But
Just,
to be fair, I've always had a thing about me getting me knob out anyway. Like EGX was fucking, what was it? We was at a massive penthouse party at EGX, and the girls were on about strippers. It was Magic Mike, Pony had come on, and I hadn't even had a drink. I just got there, and I thought, fuck it. So I was literally sat down, and I was like, oh, we need strippers, and I thought,
you stood up to the plate.
I got this. So I just stood
The
up.
girls
and
wanted a stripper.
I was standing behind Joken doing the meat spin behind Joken's head, and I've looked and he's on FaceTime to some fucking bird. I have no idea who he's on the phone to, and I was like, "Sorry, mate."
Fucking hell.
Was the strip tease like well received? Were they cheering for it? Were they just like, yeah, this is what we want?
The girl that whoever was on the phone kind of face just went, "What the fuck? Where is he?" Do you know what I mean? I think it might have been his girlfriend.
Was that your calling? Your other calling?
I feel sorry for the girl as well when I actually first stood up because like her head must have been like that close to my cock because she was sitting there with her drink like leaning forward and like it
And
must have just
what
gone
was it? Just
bang.
like was it like a quick reaction? Bang. Was it like just a quick reaction of just like they wanted to strip up, just like jump to the opportunity?
I just yeah, kind of. I kind of just stood up and just there goes, there you go. You know what I mean? Like
No thought about it. Off.
I won't even do, I've done it quite a few times.
I couldn't do that, mate. I've got a little pecker.
I don't really care if I've got a little pecker or if I don't. I don't know, to be honest. I'll just get it out.
It's just like just any opportunity to get naked.
Owen, do you have
That's-
some would you rathers for us?
Yes,
Because
I
we are
do.
scrimping on time at the minute, mate. 1:15.
So, 1:15. Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yes.
yes, yes, yes.
I was gonna get
One last
waving.
question. One last question. Can we talk about the pooing in the middle of your streams? It's become somewhat of
I submit, yeah.
of like a theme.
I read that and I'm so curious about this question.
So I just remember the first time this was on Mixer as well, and you definitely still do it because on you tweeted about it January 6th. I hate having to take a shit halfway through a stream and a selfie with you on the toilet. I've got receipts. See, I've got the receipts. The people love it because what you'll do
It's
is
entertaining, isn't it? It's
no, that's the
entertainment.
thing. You'll be playing, you'll be doing whatever. You're just like, cool, be right back. I gotta go. You'll say like, I gotta take a shit. I really need a shit. You go for a shit. Everybody's, music's playing. You just people are in chat, and then you're just like, hey, what's up, chat? You're in the chat as well. You're a man of the craft. You'll go take a shit and then jump in your own chat and keep the people entertained.
But no rest for the wicked, innit? That's what it is.
Did you do it as like a joke once and then
No, bro. Like, do you know what? I've done it.
did you run with it, or is it just like something you don't
Yeah.
think about? Or
For me, it was one of them things. I was like, right, I need shit. I need to make sure this chat keeps going, and that's how I started it. Like, I was like, I need to make sure this chat keeps going. Boom, gonna go take a shit. I normally text the lads when I'm on the toilet. Fuck it, it's gonna be alright to be texting the chat. Like, do you know what I mean?
Talking away to chat on the toilet, like.
Yeah,
it's
man.
just dedication at its best.
Oh
It's
yeah,
finest.
So
that's awesome.
it was just one of them. Like, it's just a cool habit now.
I
love
mean,
that,
the
that's great.
12 comments and 26 likes on your tweet says, the people want it. The
It's
people
like
like it.
Come
The
on,
people
come
like
on.
they like knowing that you're taking a shit.
You could just picture it now. Somebody asks him something, he don't reply. Sorry, man, I was just pushing on a big one. I had to concentrate.
If you're turtle ended, mate, you just gotta let the bulge come out, innit?
You gotta go. You gotta go. All right,
There was
let's.
something else you fucking said as well earlier. At the beginning of the stream, you was like, I wanted to ask you something about something on Twitter. Is that the question?
Yeah, that was exactly the question. Was you pooing? No, I'm scrolling through now. No, I specifically scrolled down to that tweet. I was like, yeah, I remember now. Yeah, 'cause it's an iconic moment in every stream. If you aren't watching CeeLight stream, and if you're not there, there'll be a description. There'll be a link to this in the description below. You should go and just wait. He'll need to poo at some point in the stream.
Yeah.
It'll be a.
I'll be turtle wedding.
You'll remember it as well.
A lot of streamers will say they'll be right back. They're gonna go toilet and all that. But
They're gonna
CeeLight will
make
be there in chat
coffee.
with you.
Yeah, he'll just be like, yeah, he's still there.
I
He's still there.
fart a lot on stream as well. You get a lot of in chat. Like it's like
Okay, no, who was it? It was a guy called.
squeaky floorboards, isn't it?
No, there's a. I don't know who it was, but somebody tried to do it. They had one of those, the lapel mics, the small one. He was like, "Okay, chat, I'm gonna fart in the mic," and he's got the camera like down there. He's got his like legs in the air. And he's got the mic down here, and
Please don't
he's,
tell
like,
me.
he's pushing. There's a clip of it,
Oh
and
no.
he farts.
He follows
then-
through.
Yeah, he follows through,
Oh.
and then it's just
I
like
think
a
I
little.
see that one.
It's a little squirt. He follows through, and then he just goes, "Chat, I've just shit myself. I just shit myself. I gotta go, and he just runs off.
Runs
The
off. You can
chat's
see,
going
you can see
crazy.
you can see the wet mark behind him.
Yeah, it's not
I
like,
see that clip.
for those of you that are squeamish, it's not a big follow through, but it's a follow through.
Oh, bro, that's incredible.
I've seen that clip before.
That's fucking phenomenal.
Just
I
look
love
out.
it.
Just look up.
Oh no! I watched the video. I got sent the video here, and his
Yeah.
missus is like fucking videoing this geezer. He's laying on his side.
Oh no. Oh no. This
He's
is
in the bathtub.
this is
seen
gonna
that one.
this is gonna be bad. This.
We've broken him. We've broken him.
He's gone.
He can't even speak.
Cut. Cut.
He's laying on his side. He's got grey jogging bottom shorts on, right? And his legs sort of cocked up, and he fucking.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll get.
Ooh. And then.
You got this, bro. Like,
You can do it.
you can do it.
Center yourself.
You can get
we
through
still-
it, bro.
We still
You
got to
can
finish
get
off
through
this
it.
stream as well. This is the last anecdote. This is the last anecdote.
And mate, I'm telling you, yeah. He's got these grey jogging bottoms on, and all you see is this massive block just fucking hit the bottom of him as he's trying to push out this far. And it
Oh,
was
I've seen that
fucking,
one.
it's fucking,
Oh.
I've seen that, mate. I've seen that
it's
one.
like an airbag going off in the back of his trousers, mate. It was just,
You swear somebody you've edited the video. It's like a rock just stop on a net, like just push his jogging bottoms out of it.
Oh,
I see
mate.
that one. That's amazing. Because there's another one. See it. A bloke,
Oh,
like
it-
on the camera as well. A guy and a girl go into a bathtub with a wine, and he goes to farts in the water, but follows through, and just goes fucking broke.
For fuck's sake.
Not.
Sub's face is just straight.
No one's
into
coming
the-
back to our podcast, man. They're
I
just-
regret talking about follow through farts. Like,
This is my subject.
this is your thing. This is your niche. You know, people
Oh,
come
yeah.
for the GTA roleplay. They
Yeah.
stay for the farts and follow throughs.
Hey, listen, I'm not going to joke. Like it's like a tennis ball hitting the net. That's how it's just served. That's how it was.
Honest to God, yeah.
It's just stretch.
I regret bringing it up.
They fuck-
All
they
right.
shot them.
Let's jump onto some would you rather's. I feel like
Finish
these-
off. Would you rather?
I've got some would you rather's lined up from the Reddit page. Would you rather?
Okay.
They're pretty tame, to be honest. We've done this before. We usually do a quiz or would you rather. Just answer it and tell us your reasons why. So, a nice tame one, simple one. Out of these languages, which would you rather be able to speak at a very advanced level? Mandarin, Korean, Japanese, French, or Latin?
French,
Why French?
because it's something I'd probably use more frequently than any the other languages. To be honest with you,
That's fair.
only
That's fair.
across the
That's fair.
border, innit?
Sure, you get a boat, go in the tunnel. You're in France.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
only around the corner, innit?
Yes, around the corner, isn't it?
It's off to the
Boys,
shops.
Boys, what about you? Mandarin, Korean, Japanese, French, Latin.
I think Rovers would do like Japanese or something.
Yeah, with the amount of Genshin
Mandarin.
Impact he plays. Mandarin's
I-
smart.
Mandarin. I say
Mandarin's
Mandarin.
good
Reason
Chinese.
being, it's not like it's most Asian parts as well, not just in China, is it? Which Mandarin is quite the frequent language they speak.
I mean, Mandarin is the most spoken language in the world. It's number one.
Mm-hmm.
With
Most
the second,
common.
the second being Spanish.
You could communicate a lot more people.
I was hoping for a would you rather of like chop off your off your willy or
I
something.
told
not
you.
what-
When I said I told you we're starting tame. I'm
Oh,
just
so
warming
we have
up the
got some
crowd.
good ones. Like,
All right, see. Would you rather fuck your mum or your dad? Go.
his face. Do you know Dench
See,
answered
like
this
chocolate
question?
thing
No,
through
but the
it.
thing is, Then
Pinch,
she
no
answered this
hesitation.
question, no hesitation, split both. Did you instantly went both?
I barely finished it. I barely finished it. It was just
Both.
Did you say both?
He said
Yeah.
both.
both. No hesitation.
So, mate, you're getting shafted, don't you? Shafted. You're like the fucking sausage in the middle of the pancake.
All right, would you rather have $1 million right now or a penny that doubles in size every day? This one kind of includes maths.
When you said penny that doubles in size, you mean the actual
Size.
penny, or do we get like the penny?
Doubles in size. No, like cost.
1 turns
Like
to 2, 2
yeah, you
turns to 4, 4 turns to 8.
You take the penny because within a
Yeah,
year
you
you've got
take
more
the
than $1
penny.
million, right?
penny or $1 million right there and then.
The question is, how far does the penny go?
Infinite.
to be.
Every day. Doubles every day.
Right.
A penny, it's
Yeah,
got to be.
You'd get more than $1 million then, wouldn't it, eventually?
I don't know. To be fair with you, there's only like what 308 days in a year.
Mate,
Yeah, but
think
it doubles. It doubles every time.
Somebody's done the maths, and I know the answer after a month.
I think it doubles every time. Isn't it like 30 million in a month?
I think it was something like two. I think it was more. It was just over. It was like 1 point something million.
And I said 30 million.
Yeah,
I
it
failed
might be-
maths.
or it was
I
5
failed
million.
maths. I'm so
Surely
sorry.
not. If you had that 1 penny, yeah. So day one, 1 penny. Day two, you got 2 pennies.
So then day three, you got 4.
pennies.
Yeah.
You can't get that many in a month. You
Mate,
can't get a million
after
in a month.
30 days, you'd have $5.3 million.
Because it doubles, isn't it? Because you
Yeah,
get the
it
one,
does.
the 1 turns to 2, the 2 turns to 4, the 4 turns to 8. So it
Those-
doubles
16,
those
every
first
32,
few days,
60, yeah.
I think like the first week is slow. I think it's week 2, you start getting into the hundreds.
Yeah.
And then after that, it just like snowballs.
Every number doubles up the following day.
Oh yeah, so I'll just take the penny. Fuck it.
I think we all got to take the penny. Like
Right.
you take the penny and then you just chill for a month, and then you
Yeah,
retire.
just eat bread for a month.
Fuck it. What are you on about? I'll just go around eating stuff out of bins. It'll be alright.
I feel like this is. Would you rather be 2 foot taller or 2 foot shorter? I'd rather be 2 foot taller.
You're quite tall already. You'd be like 9 foot, wouldn't you?
Not sorry. How tall would
Oh,
I be?
I meant to
foot.
say you'd be about 8 foot, wouldn't you? Not 9. Because you're almost 6 foot now, aren't you?
I am 6 foot.
You'd be 8
Wait,
foot.
wait. 2 foot taller, like as in 2
2
foot,
foot.
or did you say inches or 2
No,
inches?
2 foot taller.
Oh fucking hell!
Yeah, because what are you? You said you're 6'3".
Yeah.
I mean, but when you get into feet, it's kind of irrelevant. It's like
Can you imagine CeeLight being 4'3" though? Fucking hell.
Hello, mate. How you doing, mate? Sweet brother.
what?
Suck your nan.
You could just join Modern Warfare lobbies. You'd do great. You'd kill it.
Wait, I nick your
You'd be-
skirting board ladder.
You'd be the squeaker. Yeah, 2 foot taller or 2 foot.
Sure.
Shorter.
Taller, man. I'll be a basketball player.
Yeah, 8 foot something. What about you guys? Wait, how tall are you guys?
I'll
They're
let you
5
answer. I'll let
foots.
you. I'll let you answer first, mate.
They're not. They're not in the 6 foot gang. I'm like barely entered and like. You're gonna.
I'm just under 6 foot.
Look, mate. You don't.
Yeah. So how much under though? Like,
All right, so I'm gonna say bananas 5'10", and I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
5'10".
Rovers is 5'9".
There's no judgment, boys. We're all kings. right?
I'm actually
We're all kings in here.
6 foot bang on.
Hey.
That's
Yeah.
a fucking lie.
No, I'm actually 6 foot bang on, bro. I promise you.
You haven't told me that in the past.
Nah, I'm 5'3".
Okay, well, we're gonna move on. We're gonna straight on to our
Nah, I'm 5'10". I am 5'10". 5'10".
See, they look the same, and they're the same height.
Yo, see.
Can we
Tell-
fucking
tell-
leave that subject out?
No,
now,
I'm
please?
asking my mum if she's ever met a Welshman, mate. Like,
Tell Top Banana to turn his hat around.
No, I'm
Wait,
not
wait,
doing
wait.
that.
Turn it around.
No, fucking hell.
Rovers, turn your hat around.
oh, I can't, mate. My hair's gone.
Go
If I
on,
turn my hat
do it
around,
for
you're
the
gonna.
people. Do it for the.
Go on,
for the
Top.
people.
You
Wait,
two,
wait.
yours right, Top. You've.
When you say your hair's gone, do you mean you look like a roll-on deodorant?
No. My hair's back. What I mean is, it's if I move my hat, my hair's just like boff. It's too long now.
Oh.
It's crazy.
Look at him,
Look at them.
twins. I'm definitely asking my mum if she's ever met a Welshman. Top, I'm doing it.
It's nuts, isn't it? It's crazy.
Yeah,
Top
very
Banana
similar.
has to have his hat forwards. Has to have his hat forwards. Otherwise, I'd get confused. Wouldn't know who I was talking to.
I don't know if I'm talking to a Win or Machine Gun Kelly. But there you
Oh,
go.
fuck. Brown hair, mate. The blonde's gone.
Oh,
Until
okay.
next summer. Then I'll dye it again.
Ooh.
Alright,
B-Tech MJK.
would you rather see the future whenever you want, or go back to any time you want once? So
One.
you get to
Only
see
once.
the future whenever you want,
Pardon me.
or fucking hell, mate,
Sorry.
I can't see the mic.
Sorry.
Or go back to any time you want once. So you can only go back in time once.
She'll have
but
to
you can
stay
see
there.
but you can see the future whenever you want.
I'd go back in time once. I wouldn't like to see the future that once, because
Mm.
then you that's going to be on your mind then until that moment comes.
Yeah, knowing what's coming all the time is gonna fuck with your head. Just go back
They
a
are.
day, you know. If
I'm
you,
gonna
if, you,
go.
if you like
I'll
your
make-
life, just go back a day.
I'll make it interesting. You can go back as much time as you want, and you have the option to go back.
Wait,
You
wait,
know,
wait,
go
wait.
back.
Can you
Go back to the present.
Can you go back further back than when you was born, like older and older?
Yeah, you're going.
Oh, I'll go back in the past, bro. Fuck that. Listen.
Yeah, but
wait.
when would you go? You can't go back. Oh wait, yeah, you can. Wait, no, you
Uh,
can't. No, the whole
I
thing
know.
is you can't go back into the future.
That's
Yeah,
fine,
once you go
bro.
back,
I'll
you're
be
there.
out there with like the orangutan people, like the dinosaurs and shit, bro. I'll be riding around on my fucking pet T-Rex, being like,
Yeah,
"Fuck
I
you,
can
bro.
fucking imagine, yeah, man.
Bro,
I got a
it's-
brain. I
they-
can make fire. You can't, you stupid little monkey."
I have to cut that bit.
No,
Like,
you don't have to go that bit. The orangutan bit. You're just talking about what? Homo sapiens? He's talking about cavemen.
Oh, is that what it
see
is?
that-
That's what
See,
he's
like,
talking about.
yeah.
All right, okay.
See, like, what are you doing? I just walk on my T-Rex.
bro, I'm riding my T-Rex, innit?
Who's asking him that?
I'll be like, "Oh, bro."
Who's gonna ask him that?
True,
Nobody can.
true.
It's going
I'll be,
around.
I'll be eating them little Homo sapien people with like my aerodactyl.
He'd be the king.
Exactly. Look, fire, bastard.
He'd get all the cave bitches.
Why have you all got webbed feet? You incest.
Probably, yeah.
Bro, there'd be books written about me.
Literally.
Bro, you would stay where you are, right? And you'd be going to church.
Right, last
Church
one.
of Sea.
Would you rather be invisible, have the power to be invisible, or the power to fly?
You've done this one, haven't you? I think I remembered it.
Yeah,
Fly,
yeah, yeah. This is a simple one. This is a standard.
Finish this for top and
100%
see.
Fly.
Why?
That'd be so fucking cool.
Wasn't there a
It's a
thing last time though
fly.
when you said you could only fly for 20 minutes though? That was
Yeah,
that was the
like
last.
you can only fly for 20 minutes, but the same goes for invisibility. You can only be invisible for 20 minutes. You can only fly for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
I'll
but
fly for 20 minutes.
but if you can go visible, then you can go into Area 51.
Oh.
True.
You've only got
Yeah.
20 minutes. You only got
Find
20
out
minutes,
the
mate. You're in and out.
You got 20 minutes to.
You
not
only
be
got to ask her.
detected.
I'm always in and out.
You could be you could be invisible for 20 minutes anytime.
Feel sorry
of the
for
day.
her.
Hey. Well, it's only 20 minutes.
You
Yeah,
could
it
be
might be.
invisible any time of the day you want. Just don't go outside your door. You're invisible to every fucking else. Flying, it'll just be a fun, won't it? It'll be the adrenaline rush of it and the excitement of just fucking flying and like a lunatic around the place.
Yeah, bro, you probably get too excited. You fucking end up with a plain fucking spinny thing like the
What I'm saying, man, you gotta be careful in the sky.
Alright.
I'd probably fly actually.
Yeah, I would.
I go invisible.
You wouldn't you?
Bro, I just steal shit. I just constantly steal shit, just
Oh,
all
ah.
the time.
Imagine the amount of
The
happy
quest-
slapping you can do. Like just fucking.
But the question
Oh,
is,
what?
though, yeah, but you go invisible, but the stuff that would you pinch? Would that be invisible?
Oh shit! Yeah,
also?
they just see like a flying a handbag
Like
just
the
flying
invisible
around.
man. There's a handbag just floating along the
Yeah,
street.
that's-
Like,
that sounds like it's their problem.
What he's not realised as well is
Who-
got to be
who's gonna
completely
believe them?
naked.
Oh
Who's gonna
shit!
believe him? Well, I'm gonna go around the corner, go to the co-op, steal a bag of Doritos, like and the person who's either the person who's working isn't going to see it, or they're going to see a flying bag of Doritos and be like, "Oh," and then
He's
I've got a
saying
free
this
bag of
to
Doritos. It's like, just
people watch this now. They probably go down the shop tomorrow now with a Harry Potter invisible cloak.
Oh, you could literally. Well, you'd have to be butt naked when if you're invisible. You have to be butt naked.
oh yeah, 100%.
What
I'm
would you
prepared to do
do
that. Yeah, I'm
if
prepared
your
to get naked.
invisibility would stop while you're trying to snick these pack of Doritos in the middle of this Tesco's and you're
I'd
bollock
practice.
naked, and then Margaret, the old granny with a Zimmer frame, it's all
Mm.
like jaw drop, dentures fell out. What are you gonna do?
I'd feel bad and I'd run. Well, shit, what? Is
You're
she
gonna
gonna
Jay
chase?
Sale-
She's gonna chase you
a
with a Zimmer
naked man?
frame.
So you're not gonna bend down and pick up a dentist and be like, "Here, love."
Oh, no, I'm just gonna be. I'll just be like, "Good day to you."
Have you been a
Bye.
jail cell by the end of the night? Have you seen this naked man running
No,
down
I'd.
the street?
I've never
No,
felt gums
obviously
before.
not. It's a naked man. All right. See. Have you got any upcoming plans for the future, for your content? Anything happening? Wait, did I just say I called you C? I thought I called you Dench.
Well, you call me dad, but it's all right.
No, I'm dad. So daddy, I mean daddy. C.
Yeah. I don't actually know. To be honest with you, like now, compared to like back then. Back then, I was always looking at things and looking at how to switch things up, change it. And now,
Like optimize your content and your stream and everything.
yeah, like now it's more. I'm more relaxed. I think
Yeah,
you
just kind of
generally,
on that grind, enjoying the community.
yeah, like I think even you can probably back this up from Cobras. Like I was always digging into shit, even like down to like how the partnership was working, letting everybody know. I was literally researching and digging into everything like to improve stuff, and like now I'm just at the
Although,
point where it's not as important. Like, I'd rather be spending time with my family and my son and stuff like that than I put so much time and effort into this that it's now no longer as important as what it was.
Mm.
Like
I
back
see
then
what
it
you
was like
Turn down the gear and chill
Yeah.
day by
yeah,
day. Go with the flow day by day.
yeah, it's less important. So when things kind of pop up, I've got an event up in Manchester on the 21st of April, which I got an email about recently, where they said like they give us a couple of free tickets and whatnot, and then the community 25% off the tickets to go to the event.
Oh, sick.
So that's one thing I'm gonna go to. But other than that, not really. I'm not really pushing for anything. I'm just always just having fun with everything.
That's good to hear, man. That's sick. Can we see? What's the event? I was say plug it. If you want to plug anything, plug it.
The event, I'm pretty sure the event is, hold on, format. It's format, and it's at, hold on, when you have nothing logged in.
Got nothing logged in on your.
Twitter's not logged in. Nothing.
We've done incredible for time today, boys. 1 hour 40. That's our longest podcast. It's
That's
just,
a lot to talk
40.
about, man.
it's just
When
That's
I
it's,
was
no,
off,
a
yeah,
while.
it's just flew by. It has, it's flown by.
That
Jesus.
poo chat.
It's all that poo chat, man.
So, yeah. So formats in Manchester. It's on
Yeah.
April the 21st, and it's being held at Impossible, which is in the middle of the town centre. But I think even if they give me 25% off the tickets. So if someone wanted to use the code, they're welcome to do that. But they're only £5 a ticket anyway, and it's only an evening event. But
Crazy.
it looks
Is it a
kind of
link?
dope.
Like again, you want us to chuck in the link?
Oh
Put
yeah,
it down in the
send me the
description
link
below?
and yeah, I was gonna say I can put it all in the description.
You have the community. The people have the chance to meet
CeeLight.
CeeLight.
If you just want, bro, like, I don't mind. I can send it over to you. You can chuck it in
Yeah,
there.
chuck
Yeah,
it in.
man,
Yeah, chuck it in.
100%.
I'll
Oh,
only get there, probably get drunk, and I probably would have my knob out at one point. So
Mate, I'm there. You should have just started with that. Look, C's gonna be in Manchester. He's gonna be drunk, and he might get his knob out.
Oh, and I'll be playing games. Yeah.
And he's
So,
gonna be
yeah.
playing games. Dude, that's a sick night. See, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, man. It's been
been
a
brilliant.
pleasure. It's been incredible.
It's been fun.
And for everybody listening, for everybody watching, thank you so much for making it this far into the podcast. If you're watching us on YouTube, check us out on Spotify. And if you're listening to us on Spotify, check us out on YouTube. We'll have the links to the Kindred Discord down below. We'll have my socials, most importantly, C's socials, Bananas and Rover's socials. This is Kindred Postgame Podcast. Thanks for watching / listening. Thank you, CeeLight, man. It's
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Cheers, boys.
Yeah.
Very good, bro.
See you guys in a bit.
Take it easy.
Bye.